How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Gundam card game video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today we are talking about a really awesome red-green Wing Zeon deck, and yeah, that's kind of what I'm calling it, Wing Zeon. It combines the power of Zeon and Neo Zeon with the power of the Gundam Wing, or the Wing Gundam. This Gundam is the one that is just the LR Wing Gundam from the starter decks. We don't actually go up to Wing Zero. It is a fairly aggressive tempo deck. You can maybe think of it like a mid-range deck. We want to be really aggressive and punish blockers. That's right, this deck runs no blockers and no Amuro Ray, and it definitely punishes decks that run blockers. We have a lot of breach and we have a lot of high maneuver, or notably one really powerful high maneuver unit with the Sananju. This deck is super fun. It actually won first place at a regional, or rather a area Tokyo qualifier in Tokyo. I personally have been playing this deck for the last couple weeks. Once again, been having a complete blast with it, and yeah, excited to talk about it today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our top down and talk about this Gundam Wing Zeon deck. Let's do it. And before we get started, a word from today's sponsor. Yo, it's me. We have our brand new mecha-themed playmat Vaya Fleet Commander, and it recently arrived in the mail. All pre-orders are going to be shipping very shortly. I'm getting it all ready this weekend. Yeah, this is available right now on redzonerogue.com. It is our third mecha-themed playmat with art by Pinakes, TCG and anime industry artist who's done stuff for light novels. He's currently working on a mecha light novel art for it, as well as he does stuff for Grand Archive and Azure Lane and Arc Knights, and clearly it's beautiful. So yeah, these are going to be shipping very shortly over on redzonerogue.com. Thank you for listening. Here we have the deck, and as always, I do want to kind of highlight the sleeves that we are using. My favorite sleeves on the market are the Dragon Shield dual mats. Now these are the dual mat art sleeves. I typically like the solid color ones, but the dual matte art ones are really nice. Too. And then of course I have the custom Red Zone Rogue sleeves. You can find these ones on redzonerogue.com, or if you want to buy any other Dragon Shield sleeves, we have a promo code for 5% off. Okay, it's Rogue 5, but enough talking about chilling and stuff. Let's get to the deck. So the EX base and EX resource of choice that I use for this deck are some of my own custom tokens. You can find these on redzonerogue.com as well. That's the last time I'm mentioning it in this video. And then the our resources are these G-Quex Machi resources that I have, which are really nice. So this is what I've been rocking for this deck in particular. I'll just kind of set these over here, I suppose. And then let's get on with the deck. Now, typically I like to break this down into what I call pilot piles, but for this deck, I don't think we really need to do that because, well, it doesn't have a ton of pilot link potential. We are running several pilots in the deck, and they link with very specific stuff, right? So we'll get to that when we get to that. We don't have a lot of cross-pollination is kind of what I'm getting at. So let's go ahead and start by talking about the Wing Gundam. Now this is our top end of the deck alongside the Sananju and the Kshatriya. These are our boss mechs, as you could think of it. Mostly the Sananju and the Wing Gundam. These are the ways that we close out the game. We have the Wing Gundam with a powerful Breach 5, and then the Sananju with high maneuver. Both of these are really good at closing out the game, especially versus blockers decks. They directly counter blockers, either by killing them and then breaching, or just by bypassing them altogether. It's one of the biggest strengths of this deck. If you are playing in a meta that has a ton of blockers, I recommend trying this deck. And as you'll see, this deck is pretty easy to build if you've picked up some of the first batch of starter decks. All you need is 2 copies of the Gundam Wing starter deck and 2 copies of the Zeon starter deck, plus a couple extra cards, and you basically have the deck. It's like those 2 decks mashed together, plus some commons and rares, and then, Marita Cruz and Kshatriya. Alright, so, the Wing Gundam. Super strong, level 6, 4 cost, 4/5, links with Hero Yui. It has a Breach 5 just natively on it, and it says this unit can choose any active enemy unit that's level 4 or lower as its attack target. Super nice, really good at just picking off things and getting that Breach. And then, of course, we are running Hero Yui, but we're only running 3 copies of Hero because he literally only links with the Wing Gundam. But when he does, he gives it +3/+2, which is pretty strong. Otherwise, he's just going to give +2/+1. That's also not, you know, terrible for what we're doing, but we're only running 3 copies because the only synergy is specifically with this one card. But making this a 6/6 is really, really good. So yeah, we're running those. We're also running one of my favorite mechs and cards in the Gundam card game, the Sananju. Level 6/5, cost 5/4. During pair, against high maneuver, so just any pair, even with Hero. And then also, during our turn, when this unit destroys an enemy shield area card with battle damage, we choose an enemy unit and we deal 2 damage to it. So it just sneaks past all the blockers, can blow up their shield, and then shoot something for 2. Extremely powerful, especially, like I said, in this current meta, and it links with Full Frontal. And of course, we are running your boy, Full Frontal. Full Frontal is a level 6 1-cost pilot, +2/+2. Great stats. And then when you pair, you can deploy 1 Zeon or Neo Zeon unit card that's level 4 or lower from your hand. We have a bunch in the deck, so we actually get this proc off a decent amount, and you can lead to really big wombo combo turns. We're not running Char in the deck, so you can't do the whole like Sananju, Char's Gelgoog kind of combo thing, but we still have some cool stuff that we can talk about a little bit when we get to the other units. But yeah, Full Frontal is super good, and this is really good. And don't be afraid to just kind of like jam this, even if you don't have a card to play for free. Just getting this and making it a 7/6 is very good. It's very good. 7/6 high maneuver, super strong. And also, don't be afraid to just pair Full Frontal with something else if you just need the stats. +2/+2 is like a big deal, and you can get some really nice efficient trades with that. And then, like I said, our other boss monster, though this is kind of more like a mid-rangey card, even though it is only 1 level lower. This is the Kshatriya, literally my favorite card in the Gundam card game. Level 5/4, cost 5/4, links with Marita Cruz, but when you pair it with a Cyber New Type or New Type pilot, and Full Frontal is a Cyber New Type, so we do get that on this. You can choose 1 to 2 enemy units, and you deal 1 damage to each of them. It's really good. It's really good at, you know, efficiently picking off small thing and spreading some damage around, but it's even better with the signature pilot, Marita Cruz, my favorite pilot in the game. Level 4, 1 cost 2/1, burst add to hand. During link, on attack, you can choose an enemy unit whose level is equal to or lower than this unit and deal 1 damage to it. So basically, everyone who's played this knows you can just deal 3 damage, kind of spread around, or 2 damage to one thing and 1 to another thing. It's just super, super good. It's going to be jamming in for 7. Yeah, it's very, very powerful. So that's Marita Cruz and Full Frontal, as well as the LR Kshatriya. And I say LR Kshatriya because we're also running the, we're going to skip this this card right here and go straight to the Uncommon Kshatriya, just because this is our one card that has more of a versatile link. So it's a level 2, or level 4 2 cost, 3/4, and then all it does is link with a Cyber New Type pilot. And both Marita Cruz and Full Frontal are Cyber New Type pilots, so this does link with them. So this is another way we can get link, and just linking with either of them makes this really, really strong. If you link it with Marita, you have a 5/5 that can do the ping on attack, or if you link it with Full Frontal, you have a 5/6 with Full Frontal's ability to put something into play, which is really nice. This one also is a Neo Zeon card, so you can put this into play with Full Frontal. I mean, the wombo combo here would be to have your Sananju out, and then you link it up with Full Frontal, and you put your Kshatriya directly into play, and then you can link it with Marita from your hand. So you have 2 powerful attackers coming in, and you'll still get the attack trigger from Marita Cruz because it is linked. So yes, very good. That is our big kind of like Magical Christmas Land wombo combo. But aside from that, still pretty strong. We're also running this card. This one is interesting for this deck because this one is what I would consider a pure tech piece. This is a flex slot, and you can probably swap this for anything else you feel might be good for your specific meta. This card in particular is really good against tokens, and it's really good against a lot of the decks out there right now because we run up against a lot of 4/2 Tallgeese tokens as well as the Striker Pack tokens. So what does this card do? Well, it's a level 4, 2 cost, 3/4, It's an Earth Federation, so it does not synergize with any of our Neo Zeon stuff or Zeon stuff. Links with Sayla Mass, so we're not even running Sayla, so it doesn't link with that either. So why are we running this? Well, it has a deploy effect, and we can choose an enemy unit token, and you deal 2 damage to it. So it just straight up kills any of the 4/2 Tallgeese tokens, deals some good damage to any of the other tokens running around. It's a really solid card, and so we're running 2 of them. And like I said, this is our flex slot. I think you can swap this for anything else that you're facing in the meta, right? You can even run a Wing 0 if you want, if you really think you can, get to that level 8 turn. I like this topping out at 6 because that is kind of when we want to finish the game. We can just finish the game with our really powerful units there, but still, swap this out for whatever you see fit. I think it's pretty good right now in the deck. And then the last couple of units are just really efficient units. We have the Rickdom. This has been a favorite of mine since beta. I'm literally running my beta versions. You can tell by the coloring on the attack there. So you can tell the difference between the beta Rickdom and then the regular one. Anyway, it's a level 3 2-cost 3/3 with Breach 2. That's all it does. It is Zeon, so we do get the bonuses from, or being able to play it from full frontal and being able to search for it with the Zaku 2 here. So yeah, it's really efficient, and once again, heavily punishes blockers. Smash into your opponent's Rick Diaz, boom, breach them. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. We're also running the Char Zaku 2 from the starter deck. So we're running 4 copies of each of the LRs from the Zeon starter deck. This one is a level 3 2-cost 3/2, and then when it's destroyed, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and you can reveal 1 Zeon or Neo Zeon unit card, and then you put it in your hand, and then put all the rest on the bottom of your deck in a random order. It's super good. You get the effect regardless of whether this is linked or not. It links with Char. We're not running Char. So yeah, it's just a 3/2 that when it dies, we get value. It's really good. And we have a lot of hits in the deck, including, itself. We have the Rickdom, we have the Kshatriyas, we have the Sananjus. Yeah, it's good stuff. So yeah, my favorite card to get off of this is the LR Kshatriya, or maybe even the Sananju, but I did mention that Kshatriya is my favorite card. So yeah, this is great. It basically helps get some of our bombs, with the exception of the Gundam Wing. And then the final card in this deck is one that I hadn't considered for other decks, but when I saw that this deck was running it, I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So this is the Blue Zaku. It has no other name. That's the only name for this card, Blue Zaku. It is a level 2 2-cost 3/2. It's a goof. And yeah, what's cool about this is that it's just an efficient card, right? It's a level 2 2-cost 3/2 Zeon. And once again, we have things that care about Zeon. We can put this into play with full frontal. We can search for it with the Zaku in case it's our only hit. And it's just a level 2 card. I like this over any of the 1-drops, like the 2/2 Zakus, just because it's a 3/2 and can actually threaten our opponent's EX base. You can run the 2/2s if you want, if you really feel like just having the 1-drop, being able to play in conjunction with something else, is valuable to you. And that's really the only upside, because we don't have any other level 2 cards other than close combat and our bases. So just having this, playing it on turn 2, and then being able to just smash into our opponent's EX base if they're kind of dirtling around, or being able to trade with a Rick Diaz is really important. So yeah, I really like the goof. I like it a lot. I posted like a thing on the channel saying that we have another Gundam video coming out today, and it was an image that had units resembling these. So yes, so that is our unit and pilot suite. Let's kind of round out the rest of the deck. So we have another one of my favorite cards here. We have Close Combat. This is a card that I basically put in every single red deck, and I'm glad that it was in this deck as well. It's just a level 2 2-cost action or main. Choose an enemy unit, deal 2 damage to it, and then on burst, you're going to do 2 damage. It's super good, super efficient, really good at killing stuff in aggro decks, really good at just killing stuff in general. So we definitely want to see a Close Combat or a goof in our opening hand, so we have something to do in the early turns. We also are running a bunch of bases, actually. More bases than I typically run. I usually run maybe 3 or 4 bases. Here we're actually running 6 bases. So we're running 2 copies of the Mining Asteroid Palau. This is the level 2 1-cost 0/6 base. You can also run the green one, the Desert base. It doesn't matter. They both do the same thing. I like this one because it's a Zeon flavor, and we have a kind of like a Zeon flavor going with the deck. So yeah, we're running 2 copies of this. Just really, really good against aggressive decks. Being 6 health is pretty strong against that kind of stuff. And then we're running our main base, the Vesalius. This is a level 3, 1-cost, 0-5 base. On deploy, same thing, you add a shield to your hand, but more importantly, we can activate during main, we rest the base, and we choose one of our friendly units, and it gets +1 AP during the turn, which is really, really good for stuff like the Wing Zero or the Rickdom for getting breach, or just making any other breakpoint so we can destroy our opponent's things. That's what it's basically used for, and it's really solid, and it's just a level 3 1-cost, so also really, really efficient. And yeah, that's the deck. As you can see here, like I said, most of the deck is either starter deck cards or like rares and uncommons and that kind of stuff. The only expensive cards in the deck currently are going to be some of our LRs here, but if you already picked up the 2 Gundam Wing starters and the Zeon starters when the game came out, you can throw this together extremely easily. You just need to get some Marita Cruzes and some LR Kshatriyas, and you're basically good to go. There's a couple other, commons here to get, but yeah, and for those of you who haven't been able to pick up that kind of stuff yet, we do have a confirmed reprint coming soon of that stuff. We do have a confirmed reprint of starter decks 1 through 4 from Bandai that are coming soon. We don't have any exact dates yet, but hopefully if you're watching this in the future, hey, you can buy the deck at MSRP. And if you're watching this now, well, it'll be a little bit more expensive, but it's still quite an affordable deck to build. So thank you all so much for watching. I highly recommend building this deck, trying it out. It's a ton of fun, especially if you are sick of Amaro Ray or blockers. If you want to try something a little bit different, it's great. It's fun, has awesome vibes, and I'm a big fan of it. And of course, if you'd like to support the channel, maybe go on over to redzonerogue.com and pick out an awesome mecha-themed playmat. All of our sleeves have sold out. Y'all really love the sleeves. I'm trying to get more copies of the sleeves. I think we might be able to get more sleeves in January, but I'm working on that, and we also have some tokens. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for supporting the Gundam card game content throughout 2025. We'll have more Gundam card game stuff, rounding out the rest of the year, but I just wanted to say thank you right now. I appreciate you. If you're watching this in the future, thank you as well. I appreciate you too. Yeah. See you next time for some more Gundam card game content. Later, everyone.